Every day, as usual, my husband prepares my breakfast, my lunch, and everything else that I need to go to work, where I spend 12 long hours or more working. My duty at home is to take the garbage out. Since I am in a hurry in the morning, I just toss it into the dumpster. When I am off, I have the same duty but with a little bit more time. I help my husband, I take the garbage out after we go grocery shopping. I recognize that my behavior is totally different. When I am off, I separate the garbage and I do what is correct. My question is, what is the difference between putting everything together and just being convenient and making things easier? What is the destination of the trash? At the end, for some people like me, it is just garbage. Well, I learned this. There are approximately 1.5 million people living in Palm Beach County, with a projected increase of 1% of the population every year. This county covers the Cuesta, Everglades, West Palm Beach, and Boca Raton. On average, each resident produces between 8 and 13 pounds of waste, which means that the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County collects around 19.5 million pounds of solid waste per day. This is a lot of garbage. Fortunately, around 80% of this waste can be recycled. The remaining part is going to go to Renewable Energy Park, where the organic garbage is burned and transformed into energy for around 90,000 homes around the energy park areas. 80% of this waste management is on our hands. For example, if we deposit paper and carton boxes in the yellow bins, we can recycle 100% of this material and save forests, preventing tree felling and the extinction of different animal and plant species that depend on them. If we avoid that, we can maintain the balance of ecosystems, wildlife habitats, and prevent climate change. Recycling paper gives jobs to people who work for those companies. If we use the yellow bins correctly, that would be possible. It is not difficult and it helps not just our county or our state or our country, but also helps the world from global warming. Usually, trash ends up in composting centers, but when we do not separate those wastes from bottles and containers, it creates certain gases like methane in the processing plants, which is very similar but more potent than carbon dioxide, leading to the greenhouse effect, and as we know, accelerating global warming. Contrary, when we collect bottles in containers in the blue bins in our neighborhoods, we are helping to control the volume of garbage and furthermore promoting better air to breathe. By reusing this material in brand new products, we are using less petroleum, saving energy, and preserving wildlife and marine life. But why is separating our garbage not in our routine? Why do I have days that I separate the waste and some days that I do not do it at all? It is just because I do not have time. Probably the problem is personal commitment, and I do not help with this attitude. Just two simple things can help us a lot. First, before we toss our garbage, we should think that we are not the only people on this earth. By depositing glass bottles and plastic containers in a different can at home, we are going to decrease the space used for the organic waste at home and the frequency with which we take it out. Secondly, when we put out the boxes or cardboard containers in the yellow bins, we must unfold them so others like you and I will have enough room to put their own recycles. Unfortunately, sometimes the bins are full of just one box. Let's use our common sense, please. Let's be cleaner. We can help people make our waste a source of work in a safer manner. And let's be gentle with Mother Earth, because the way we treat our planet today will shape the world we live for future generations. Small actions, when done together, can lead to big changes. So let's start now by separating our trash, respecting our environment, and rethinking what we throw away. Thanks for your attention.